There was a public toilet here, which for one point got turned into a Indian. You could still probably categorize me as a twink if you wanted to. Whoever's done it has just done it at night time, so you can't see Google Maps on the bypass, the Welshpool bypass. It's a tennis court now. Fuck off. Where's the fucking lines? The only memory I have, I don't have any football memory, but I just remember seeing some old middle-aged guy's cock. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hello, everybody. How's it going? Apologies about not posting in, well, pretty much a week now. I did record an episode where I hit well, before that I hit 1670 elo, and I was like, oh, is this the one where I finally hit 1700? But I didn't, and then I was just a bit miserable and got a bit obsessed over my ranking. I was like, I should probably have a break. Not a break from playing. I've been playing furiously, but I've been shit. And part of it is I don't really want to show that off. Because it's not fun watching me just suck. Um, but I'm like down near the relegation zone, and I wanted to record something today. I was giving myself a week because I was just like thinking about editing videos and stuff, and I know the edits aren't that complex, but even then, it's just like it's a bit of a ball ache. And then I was like, sort of checking like how I'm doing in terms of views and likes and stuff like that, and it's like sometimes it's good to just take a step back, from the pressure of being a high level YouTuber. So without further ado, we're going to be exploring my local area, so where I grew up. I live in Newcastle now. I have lived for the past like 10 years, but until I was like 16, I lived. Well, I went to high school in Welshpool, and this has got all the sort of surrounding villages, so it's nice. So yeah, I should be okay unless we're on some random back road. This does look familiar, very, very familiar. As I said, I haven't. I go back every now and then for like to see my mates and like Christmas and that kind of stuff, but not as much as I'm certainly not as well versed. We are one of the roads leading out from Welshpool. I mean, obviously because of the map. Is that the sort of okay? So the main road is here, is it? Or is that Trowen? Is that, are we, hold up. Are we like this, perhaps? I think we are. Yeah, because then we go into Welshpool this way. Let me just check. There'll be a pub coming up on the right. Yeah, this is the Welshpool Shrewsbury Road. Um, and then this is not this. I'll show you because it's the probably the biggest landmark in Welshpool, and it is the biggest. I'm pretty sure the biggest sheep, or was it the old one? Because the Queen opened this. The Queen came to fucking this shithole, which is Welshpool, and everyone like flocked onto the streets. I just can't imagine the horror that must have befitted her. But I mean, she did deserve it because she is a lizard, so it's fine. Um, for every like 100 kids you eat, you have to go to some random shithole in mid Wales. I think that should be the punishment. But yeah, it's either the new one is the largest cattle herding or selling market or something. I don't know. I'm not a farmer, as you can probably tell. No farmer would. Well, they're farming, aren't they? They wouldn't have the time to waffle like this. I mean that lines up right there, but let's just see if we are. So again, this isn't really. So I grew up in this village. Not. I grew up in this village, and then I moved a bit to big distances to Four Crosses, which is pretty much a mile down the road. But yeah, I didn't really. This is the road from Four Crosses to Welshpool, so I didn't really need to go that way. And then this is the road from Four Crosses to Shrewsbury. This way. So never really needed to go on this road. So didn't really concern myself with Trowen and Middletown and shit like that. But we haven't got to Middletown yet, have we? Or have we? We've got a sign for um TSR, Castle Industrial Estate. Any of these here? Long Mountain Flower, Charlie's, Buttington. It's not that. Let me just check up here what the road does. Because it would be cripplingly embarrassing if I... No, we're further away from the... So with this bit, I think we should be at least. No, because we didn't go through... This bit? I don't play moving that much. That's why I'm not like very good at pinpointing and whatnot. Um, it just sort of confuses me a bit as to like where I am. It's also why I don't drive because I just get like lost. Um, Border. So yeah, we're pretty much on the Welsh border. So the Welsh border goes here, and this is my village. So in COVID, as you can see, the border runs through Llanymynech, which is like the village next to me. So in COVID, we'd go to this pub um, on the corner. I'd shut down, so I don't think it's got a POI. But yeah, we go to the pub here because you couldn't go in here. There'd be like one the Cross Keys Hotel. Like the border runs through it pretty much. So maybe it was actually you could go in this one and you couldn't go in the Dolphin because I remember when they introduced the smoking ban, there was a smoking ban in England, but not Wales or vice versa. I can't remember before they introduced it for the whole of the UK. So like people would be smoking inside one of these pubs. Not Sam's Kebab House. Um, don't go to Sam's Kebab House. Golden Valley Chinese was all right. They did some good sweet and sour. Bengal Spices was here. There was a public toilet here, which for one point got turned into a Indian ex-public toilet called the Curry Hut, and that shut down as well for well, obvious reasons, I'd say. So we go there and we've got a loop. I think we're like, because that's too sharp. Are we this then? Yeah, we are. There's border hardcore. Okay, cool. Crisis averted. And we're just on the corner, so we should be that. Nice. And, okay, this one's... I'm not getting this. I am 100% not. You saw how much of a struggle it was for me to get that exact bit. So yeah, big sort of farming community in and around here. Although I've been on this road. I have. Okay, why would I have gone up here? Where are we? Is this leading into Welshpool from Gilsfield? We're going down. We are going down. This is very familiar. I need to go a bit further down and see what this village is here. Bury you. Okay, fair. Yeah. And we're going a different way into Bury you. Yeah. Why the hell would I have gone here? So Bury you is Welshpool. You go Gilsfield way, and then Bury you is Bury. I'm thinking of Ardlean. Bury you is where I used to play football. Well, I say used to play football. I played for the under-16s. Oh yeah, because we've got all this. We wouldn't be looking at this if it wouldn't be that far away. This is Rodney's Pillar. Is it? No, that's Longmynd. Rodney's Pillar's like over this way. I played football for the Bury under-16s left back because they didn't have any other left back. And I was like, yeah, I'm a left back. And it took them ages to be like... I take it either a compliment for my left foot or a slander against my right foot, which they didn't know that I wasn't right-footed. But yeah, I was just like, no one else plays there, so I'll do it. Played every single game for them, pretty much. I think we came second, and then I moved up to the big boys, and I'm 5'6" and like scrawny. Well, not as much anymore, because I love food and beer. But I was a little. I hesitate to say twink, but twig more so. You could still probably categorize me as a twink if you wanted to. But that's up to you. But yeah, I didn't. I barely played. Um, I should have been given a chance because technically, I was average, below average. But physically, yeah, you could just push me off the ball. I need to get into Bury here and find out which road we are going out of Bury. So you carry on. See, I've never really needed to go into Bury here, and I was still thinking we were in Ardlean. I was trying to figure out why this doesn't look like Ardlean. So Bury Castle Colinian. Castle Colinian is which way? This way. So Welshpool, Manavon, New Mills. Apologies for not doing that. I would just call it New Mills. It is Felin Newydd, but yeah, I'm not first language Welsh. Manavon Road. So that should be that, shouldn't it? I think it's up here. I think maybe with the road to Castle Coranian. Do we sort of bend a bit? Does that work? And then that would go down that way. Yeah, it does. Okay. So we're somewhere up here. I'd need to judge distance on this to find the exact bit. Okay. So we've got a farm. It branches off a bit to this. Okay. Which way did we go up? Does that fit? No, because we'd be going along a main road there, and even for Mid Wales standards, I don't think not a main road, but a proper road. I don't think that's a proper road. So were we further up then? I think it is this. Because that goes there, and then that maybe I don't know. I've got confused. I'm putting it somewhere up here. It's further up. Okay, yeah, I misread how far we went up. It is gettable. It is gettable, but then to 5k it even, I'd have to pick which stretch. I'd have to judge the distance up there, and that's rough. Okay, here we go. We've got a sign straight away. Powers Castle Park. Sound right. And this is the main entrance. So Powers Castle is. Can we see it from here? Absolutely beautiful. And people live in it as well. Lucky them. But the gardens are beautiful. The grounds are beautiful. You can see some deer every now and then. Can we see some deer? Will we see sheep? Insert Welsh jokes. I was in a bar a couple of I think it was like last month or something. Oh, something's happening. Is it the Country and Western Festival or something? That's over here, isn't it? I was in a bar a couple of weeks ago, and I was like sat down. I was like took myself a quiet moment. I was like because it was really busy, and I was like, I'll sit down by myself. Yeah, country music festival. Sit down by myself for a bit and just have some peace and quiet. Some lads sat down next to me, and I was like, oh, great. Normally, I'm a big chatter, but I wasn't feeling it. And they like, did the usual like, oh, what's your name? Where you from? I was like, blah blah blah. GeoChad147 from like and subscribe from Wales, and then they were like, oh, you sheep shagger. And I was like, okay, cool. And just walked off. I was like, I can't be. If you're literally starting a conversation with that, it's like I don't even mind. It's like it's funny, It is funny, but I'm like, you're just fucking basic as fuck. I'm sorry if that's the first thing you go to. It's like, what good conversation will I have there? And then I went and sat on another table, and then some other lads sat there next to me, and they did exactly the same thing. And I was like, fucking Christ, man, have some crack. Like, you know, this is how people interact. So again, I was like, there's no good going to come from this conversation. And then they were like, do you like Gawain Price? And I was like, no, he votes Reform. And then they were like, oh, we'll leave it then. This guy's a wanky lefty. We should be here. This is the road into Paris Castle Park, right? Yeah, because the car park's there. Oops. I was telling you about the time I got hate crimed. I misread it. It is a hate crime. Um, the wrong one. The wrong one. Um, Again, I have a terrible, terrible. So for someone who is, I don't know if I am now at the minute actually, because as I said, I tanked my ranking a bit, but I should be in and around the top 1,000 in the world on GeoGuessr. But this kind of stuff, my sense of direction is awful, absolutely awful. But you're not here for that. You're here for the stories, right? We are. I think we're in Welshpool here, maybe. Oh no, I've had this one before, have I? Is this Gilsfield? I did for a brief year. Oh no, we're not. Was Smithy B here? That is Smithy B, right? That's Smithfield Bell. Yeah. Oof. What an establishment. This is Tesco. This is the one-way system, which is no longer a one-way system because they spent probably millions turning it into a one-way system, realized it was shit, um, and then turned it back. When are we here? 2020. Okay, yeah. So this is probably with the one-way system, maybe, and then this is without. I can't remember. Okay, no, does it? I get confused, but this is Welshpool. This is Welshpool, and then basically you come to Welshpool to go to Tesco. They've even because I mean, there's a couple of good chippies. There are a couple of good chippies, but it's pretty dead ass to be honest. Like I do like the area I grew up in. I do like the surrounding villages. I do like the countryside, but Welshpool is shite. Um, but yeah, they built this. Oh God, I can't even remember when. But even the bypass is here. This is I was doing this before because I tried. This is my second time recording it. And to whoever's done the small cam coverage, this is like they recovered the UK in small cam in like 2025, whatever. Whoever's done it has just done it at night time, so you can't see Google Maps on the bypass, the Wolfpool bypass. So I was going to go down here and show you the Mackies and the KFC and the Starbucks which they're building, which is just another reason not to go into Welshpool, which is sad because it's not what it's going to need. You know, it's not how you keep a town alive by building everything on the outside of it, you know, that everyone can just go to. The world in like fucking, don't know, 30 years or whatever is just going to be bypasses with different fucking fast food restaurants on. That's it. And then towns are just going to be dead. But yeah, this is Welshpool. This is Maltos. This is the one nightclub. It is awful. I've been there twice, and that is enough for me. Spice UK is a good Indian to be fair. And the Angel's got a couple of banging pool tables. The pubs there are all right. It's just you run into people, you know. But this up here is. Actually, to be fair, if you're ever in Mid Wales and you want to go for a chippy, or if you're ever in Wales, like down here, commute all the way, travel all the way just for Andrew's Fish Bar. It is gorgeous. But I mean, like it's relatively, you know, nice and pretty. It's just when you're there and you're like, this is the high street, you know. It's got a Greg's now, moving up in the world. But yeah, and that's like that. It's not for lack of trying. Like you know, I'm not shitting on it for the sake of it. Just I imagine most people who grow up in their hometowns are like, you know, it's a bit dead arse in it. Where did I go to get to the Smithy B? What? That's the other way. I was getting asked to show Dinky's Diner, but that's over in England. um, okay, yeah. So I used to walk this way too. When I went to sixth form my school because um, the other colleges were too far away. I did go to Scout, um, which was the name of the college I went to in Shrewsbury, and also a type of poo porn. Um, but there were two buses a day, so the easiest option was to Welshpool. But yeah, for things to do, I just chain smoked weed on every break I had, and two took a trip to Tesco for the 70p lemonade and a Rustler's burger, which is what I lived on because I spent all of my money on weed. Um, I'd get like a £10 allowance from my mum for food for the week, and it would just go on a gram on the start of the week. Um, and then I'd be like, I can't actually eat. Um, but clean now, except for beer, but that's fine. Tesco is here, there, and then it goes. Smithy B is here. Right, what road were we on? So I don't think I really went down here. No, Foundry Lane. Here. So Foundry Lane is there. I swear I don't even know my east and west, honestly. Like the amount of times. Okay, so we are on Foundry Lane. We're going into Foundry Lane. And we're like down here, aren't we? Okay, so a bit of a stretch, but I was playing Jules, and I was like, I had an Indonesia round, and I knew it was this island, Lombok. And then I also know in Indonesian, Timor is east, because East Timor technically means, or Timor Leste. This is East Timor. And then I was like, boom, it's here, innit? On the west of it. Because in my head, and I've lost where we were. In my head, because E comes before W in the alphabet, E should be over there and W should be over there, like east and west. Which is the worst sense of direction in the world, honestly. Because people are like, I'll be like on maps or anything, like guiding people, and like, you should be, um, should be able to know where you're going because of the GeoGuessr. But I really, really don't. Is it with this? With there? With that? Yeah, or a bit further down. Sick. One more to go. Sorry for rambling. um, does this bury you again? Is this? Yeah, it is. Okay, I know where this is because we used to get a bus here when we used to go on away days, and I wouldn't get picked for the football team. So I used to go down here, yeah, and I wouldn't have a drink in the pub because at that point I hadn't had a drink yet. Um, and I was like, oh, if I have one pint, I'll just be embarrassingly pissed in front of these people who already think I'm like some weird, lame, skinny teen. But yeah, this is where I played. You'd warm up, train on here in winter. The the AstroTurf. It's a tennis court now. Fuck off. Where's the fucking lines? Some fucking tennis club. um, I swear my mum told me about this. Oh no, I have. Have I? I swear there were goals here though. I swear it was a tennis thing. Oh god, it's like the tennis club has seen better days. The football club though, banging. Um, yeah, good pitch, good stadium. Got the dugouts in there. I saw the only memory I have. I don't have any football memory, but I just remember seeing some old middle-aged guys cock because they're just shower naked, and be like, okay, cool. Um, but yeah, I know where this is. Because you've got whatever museum this was, I can't remember. In Berriew here, the Andrew Logan Museum of Sculpture there, yeah. And we're going down, right outside it, there, yeah. Bit of a bend. Nice. So bit at this point we got Berriew twice, honestly. I'd have liked to have seen others. I'd have liked to, when I was doing the little playthrough before I got stuck on the ridiculous nighttime coverage on the A483. Because usually you can see like sunset coverage and it's shit quality. But you never. That's the first time I've ever seen anyone actually properly driving in it when it's pitch black. But did have a round in Four Crosses, and we could have done a little tour of that. But let me know if you've actually. I mean, people have probably tuned out by now, and that's 22 minutes of me waffling about seeing old men's cocks and smoking weed. But that's my upbringing. And it's made me the man I am today. But if anybody is still watching, let me know if you enjoyed. And we might get some other surrounding villages, or I might do mid Wales, or I mean, I haven't really explored much of Wales except for the coast up here and this bit and here. This bit is barren wasteland to me, to be honest. But yeah, hope everybody enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.